appreciate all of you being here to support our seniors in their senior recognition tonight, as well as all the work that we've done this past semester. To start off our concert tonight, we have Women's Ensemble singing Shake It Out, arranged by Brad Stevenson.
Regrets collect like old friends, here to relive your darkest moments. I can see no way, I can see no way, and all of the ghouls come out to play. And I've a redeemed and wants his pound of flesh, but I like to keep some things to myself. I like to keep my issues strong. It's always darkest before the dawn. I've been a fool and I've been blind. I can never leave the past behind. I can see no way, I can see no way. And I'm always dragging that horse around. Our love is past, it's such a mournful sound. Tonight I'm gonna bury holes in the ground. So I like to keep my issues strong. It's always darkest before the dawn. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Ooh, oh, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Ooh, oh, and it's hard to dance with the devil on your back, so shake 'em off. Ooh, oh, ooh. And I am done with my graceless heart, so tonight I'm gonna cut it out and then restart. 'Cause I like to keep my issues strong. It's always darkest before the dawn. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Ooh, oh, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Ooh, oh, and it's hard to dance with the devil on your back, so shake 'em off. Ooh, oh, and it's hard to dance with the devil on your back, devil on your back. Given half the chance, would I take any of it back? It's a final mess, but it's left me so undone. It's always darkest before the dawn. Ooh. And I'm damned if I do, and I'm damned if I don't. Squeeze the drinks in the dark at the end of my road. And I'm ready to suffer, and I'm ready to hope. It's a shot in the dark, and it's right in my throat. 'Cause looking for heaven, found the devil in me. Looking for heaven, found the devil in me. The devil in me. I'm gonna let it happen to me. Yeah. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Ooh, oh, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Ooh, oh, and it's hard to dance with the devil on your back, so shake 'em off. Ooh, oh, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Ooh, oh, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Ooh, oh, and it's hard to dance with the devil on your back, so shake 'em off. Ooh, oh.
Next up, we have concert choir coming on stage. And while they're getting up here, I'll talk a little bit about what are some some good things that have been happening this semester that haven't been able to happen in the past this year. So this semester, as all of you know, we've gone back 100% full-time. And although for COVID reasons that can be a little scary, it's been great for us because we've been able to have our full ensembles every single day, to have those full rehearsals every single day. And so not only have we been able to rehearse with the full group, but we've also been able to rehearse with Mrs. Couvert a lot more than we did first semester. So that was a lot better for us to kind of see that big picture before we came to the performance day. So could we all just give a round of applause for Mrs. Denise Couvert? Tonight, Concert Choir will be performing 2 arrangements. The first one, Waka Waka, arranged by Mark Breimer, and following that performance will be Footloose, arranged by Kirby Shaw.
Yes, this is our time. Hey, hey, waka waka, hey, hey. Yes, this is our time. History, your God. Yes, is our motto. Your time to shine. Go wait in line. You vamos por todo. People are raising their expectations. Go on your feet, and this is your moment of hesitations. Today's your day, I feel it. You pave the way, believe it. When you fall, get up, oh, and if you fall, get up, eh. Domina, yes, this is our time. Hey, hey. Yes, this is our time. Oh, oh, hey, 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 pana. Oh, oh, hey, 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 pana. Oh, oh, hey, hey, pana. Oh, oh, hey. Yes, this is our time. Domina, hey, hey, waka waka, hey, hey. Domina, anawa, domina, hey, hey. we cut loose, foot loose. Kick off your Sunday shoes. Ooh-wee, oh-wee, shake it for me. Whoa, my love, come on, let's go. Loose your blues, everybody cut foot loose. Whoa, cut foot loose. Whoa, cut foot loose. Whoa, cut foot loose. Whoa, first you got to turn me around. Second, put your feet on the ground. Third, now take a hold of your soul. I'm turning it loose, foot loose. Kick off your Sunday shoes. Please, Louise, pull me off of my knees. Jack, get back. Come on before we crack. Loose your blues. Everybody cut, everybody cut. Everybody cut, everybody cut. Everybody cut, everybody cut. Everybody cut, foot loose.
So now we're going to start transitioning into the show choir portion of the night, and while we do that, I want to just let you know how you can help our program a little bit this year and help us out with all the things that we provide our students throughout the year as well as for next year. So since this year has been very extremely difficult for our boosters due to our inability to fundraise the ways that we normally would with Power C Classic or Soup Cook-Off, those are big things that we have been missing this year, and therefore we haven't had that income. And it's really important that I want to be transparent with you and help you understand that we have the same expenses that we would in any other year. We still pay our choreographers, we still pay our arrangers, we still pay to register for those competitions. So even though we aren't having those fundraising opportunities and having that income, we still have all of those expenses. So right now I'm going to have some vibrations kiddos walk around with the purple baskets. And if you guys are so fortunate tonight, I know this year has been very difficult financially for a lot of families. If you're so fortunate to be able to donate any amount to our program tonight, we would be so very thankful. So Noel's going to start playing some music, and we're going to get going with vibrations, and Purple Honey's going to come up front. We're ready for our next performance. Vibrations is up next. In this competition season, the 19 members of Vibrations have performed at Central Lee's Central Connections, in addition to Fort Madison Stars and the Spotlight events. Vibrations is choreographed by Ann Chapman. The show band is co-directed by myself and Mr. Joel Knipe. Although this year has presented many challenges and limitations, the members of Vibrations define themselves by creating the following vision statement. We are a team with talent and creativity. I will bring dedication, confidence, and positivity to the family. Driven to be hardworking and accepting of others, our differences make us stronger together. Although we are masked, our voices will still be heard and our facials will shine through. We are the music. We are Vibrations. Vibrations looks forward to performing for you all today and would like to remind you, keep your masks on and keep your cell phones silent. Here's Vibrations!
That nothing's gonna take you down as you push your way to the top. But I know what goes before a fall, and only those with nothing to lose aren't afraid to lose it all. And you may have won the battle, but I'm gonna win
everything is okay, cause it's not alright. I need a little time to find some heart, some peace and find. All I know is you don't always get a happy ending. It's not about where we are right now, but where we're going. I'm still breathing, blood is burning, my blood is burning. You're still healing. Every single moment is a gift you gave, and I can't believe I'm still breathing. Breathing.
Sorrow, but I'm ready. Gotta be grateful for everything I did.
Cause I know when it comes, when it goes, it'll make me stronger. When the good times come, it'll all be that
there's nothing to explain. I'm always on your side. Always, 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 always.
You know I just can't relate. That's not how I operate. I gotta make this right by the end of the night. You're gonna see the light. I'm gonna speed up emotion, shatter your defenses. Don't even try to resist.
I'm gonna make some noise. Faster, faster. I wanna see you faster. I wanna see you let yourself go on the Don't you try to take me slow, gotta be light, just let it go. Don't try to take me slow, gotta be light, just let it go. Don't try to take me slow, gotta be light. Green light, got a green light, so get in here. Let's go up the street. Nobody cares if you make a wrong, but just accelerate your groove. The rhythm is going high. If you get it right, I'm right tonight. Nothing's gonna stop me from this. Pick up the pace, speed up your game, accelerate, pick up the pace, speed up your game, accelerate. I'm coming at you fast, speed up the pace, speed up the pace. I'm gonna get so hard. Go faster.
Thank you. Which dance do you like me to do? That's good. That was really. Alrighty, next up we have Purple Harmony taking the stage. This competition season, the 31 members of Purple Harmony have competed at Pella's Dutch Masters Invitational and Central Lee's Central Connections Invitational, in addition to Fort Madison Stars in the Spotlight Invitational. Purple Harmony is choreographed by Mike Weaver. This show band is co-directed by myself and Mr. Joel Knipe. The members in Purple Harmony have defined themselves by creating and have since worked by to live the following vision statement. We are Purple Harmony, driven and diverse. Passion is what unites us, and focus is what allows us to achieve our goals. Our dedication knows no bounds. Energy runs through our veins, kindness runs through our hearts, and humbleness runs through our minds. Through hard work and respect, we become a family. We are strong, we are enduring, we are Purple Harmony. Without further ado, here is Purple Harmony!
Everybody gon' trip just like a circus. Don't stand there watching me, follow me, show me what you can do. Everybody go like a circus. There's only two types of guys out there. One that can hang with me, and one that is scared. So maybe I hope that you can be there. I run a tight ship, so beware. I'm like the ringleader, I call the shots. I call the shots. I'm like a firecracker, I make it hot when I'm on the show. I feel the adrenaline moving through my veins. Spotlight on me and I'm ready to break. I'm like a performer, the dance floor is my stage. Better be ready, hope that you feel the same. I'm from the watching me, follow me, show me what you can do. All eyes on me in the center of the ring just like a circus. When I crack that whip, everybody gon' trip just like a circus. Who's in there watching me, follow me, show me what you can do. All eyes on me in the center of the ring just like a circus.
When it was crumbs, scraps, pennies, pats, everything was fine. They treat me like a loaded gun when I ask for what is mine. Always tried to dim my light, no matter how bright I shine. I got my standard, and I'll never let 'em die.
Now because of time, you're not making me cry. I cannot run. I got my head on a swivel this time. Why would I let you just twist it aside? I catch a fever when they're hanging out. The way I live my life, these are my standards. I ain't gonna never, never let 'em die. I ain't gonna never, never let 'em die. I ain't gonna never, never let 'em die. These are my standards. When I called for help, you didn't pick up your phone.
You saw my kingly potential, so you kept me from my throne.
The truth is I'm too nice, but I'm standing my own ground. So you push me into the deep end, hoping I drown, but I got my standards.
I got my standard, and I'll never let them die.
Cause I won't let you treat me so unfair. Don't I deserve my God-given share? Whether I've got a dollar, I'm a billionaire. These are my standards. I ain't gonna never, never let 'em die. Oh yeah, I got my head on a swivel this time. Why would I let you just twist it aside?
I got you
And I'm never letting die.
I'll ride with the horses, I'll swim through the sea, I'll climb to the mountain tops, won't you come follow me? I'll take time to notice all that I see. And after I've come so far, you know where I'll be.
Fly away, fly away, fly away, fly away home. I'll fly away, fly away, fly away, fly away home. Life is a vision, that's how it should be.
The world is a canvas, and the choices are free. Fly of the journey,
Where all is complete.
all is complete.
And we'll wonder where I've gone, but you know where I'll be.
like all the seniors to come on stage. Let's give them a round of applause. Woo! You did
I told you I was going to do it. Pass her down.
Okay, I know this year has been a really tough pill for all of you seniors to swallow, but I really do want to thank all of you up on stage right now for everything that you put into this program.
I love you too.
This is our tape ball. Her name's Bertha. Name is Bertha.
Big Bertha.
Big
Not
Bertha.
Big
Sorry, Big Bertha.
Big Bird.
Never disrespect the name.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Oh, Bertha, yes. Okay, so we were discussing in vibrations the other day, and I think it's about something, and I think it's really important for us all to reiterate for you guys right now. While the class of 2020 did have their end of the year suddenly taken away from them, the class of 2021, these guys up here, had lived through all of the repercussions that COVID had. They got a lot of things taken away from them from the very start of the year. And I just want to thank you all for sticking it through. I know it has not been easy, and all of us know it has not been easy. And we are just so, so thankful for all of your dedication. I know I've only been here for 1 year, but I can tell that this immense amount of hard work in the past has made the program what it is today. Tonight we're going to start out with our concert choir seniors. So if you want to go grab the gifts. Our first concert choir senior is Grace Cook. So when I call your name, I'd like you to just step up to the middle area so they can get your gifts and we can recognize you. So all the seniors take a step back. Woo! So Grace came into this program, at least in the time that I was here, this semester. So I haven't known Grace for a long time, but I've been very thankful to work with her. And when she comes into class, she always has a smile or some kind of joke to tell me, and it always brightens my day. So some information about Grace. She was in vibrations for 1 year and concert choir for 1 year. Her favorite memory was our first show choir competition last year. It was a lot of hard work, but it paid off and was so much fun. Her plans are to go to college and become a vet tech after high school. Our next senior in concert choir is Violet Gilbert. Woo! Violet is so funny to me because she has this huge amount of sarcasm, which matches my personality quite well. But in concert choir, she's always throwing sass at me. Actually, a lot of concert choir always does. But it's just such a great atmosphere for them to learn in and for me to be a teacher in. And I just thank you for giving us that environment and for perpetually being our sarcastic person and having some fun in our class while making music. So Violet has been in concert choir for 2 years, and her favorite memory is Power City Classic. And she's planning to go to college and become a teacher. Woo. He is not here today, but just to publicly recognize Brendan Mendez, he joined us this year. He used to go to Hamilton High School, and we are very blessed to have him, although he's not here right now. He's been a great addition to our program, and we're very thankful that he came this year. Moving on to our show choir seniors, let's have Abby Thompson take a step up. I think I can say with the most certainty that Abby is probably the kindest person I've ever met on this planet. And I think everyone can agree with that. I mean, Abby just shares all of her kindness with anyone she meets, regardless of where they came from or where she came from. And I think that's so special because a lot of people can't do that. And I just am so grateful to have you in our program. You add so much. You have such a hard work ethic, and you just bring so much. So to talk about her a little bit from an objective standpoint, so she doesn't cry too much, she was in Vibrations 1 year and was in Purple Harmony 3 years. Her favorite memory was the trip to Nashville, where she got to spend it with the most amazing people that she had the honor to meet. She's planning to attend Iowa Wesleyan to play softball while majoring into secondary education. And in addition to her gifts from the side, Vibrations, for all the student directors, wanted to write notes to all of you guys, so we have those for you right now as well. Our next senior is Emma Evans, who is also a student director this year. I've talked to probably, I don't know, at least 6 or 7 people throughout this year and throughout this competition about how Emma never receives enough recognition for all of the work that she does for our group. And I hope you know that, because that is something that we all value and that I value a ton as your director. You are so hardworking, you're such a good leader, and you just like work so hard so that way each one of the members of our team knows what they're doing and feels comfortable with what they're doing. She has been in Vibrations for 1 year and Purple Harmony for 3 years. She's also a student director this year, and her favorite memory was warming up before the Nashville performance. Her plans after high school are undecided. Here you go. By the way, the gifts they're getting is this frame with a Purple Harmony poster as well as all the signatures around. Yeah, show it off for us, Emma. Ooh, ah. And then a rose and a note from me. Okay, Isaiah Burgess is our next senior. Isaiah stepped up to be a student director this year, second semester, and Vibrations was so happy to have him. He's such a great leader. Not only is he super talented singing and dancing, he just knows what's up. He knows what to do, and he is there to help anyone. He's so kind, has such a big heart, and you're going to be a huge loss to our program next year. He has been in Vibrations for 1 year and Purple Harmony for 3 years. Again, he's also student director this year. And his favorite memory is centrally Fight Club, boys room, whatever that means. Woo! And he is planning on earning a major in psychology with a minor in photography after high school. Our next senior is our last student director, Skylar Grisham, who is also the mother of Bertha. That's an important anecdote. What?
We all birthed Bertha.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we all had our own ceremony.
I spent the money on it.
They spent almost over $50 on this duct tape ball. I just want all you to know that. So if they ever ask you for money for fast food, be like, oh, maybe you shouldn't have made that duct tape ball. Just kidding. All right, Skylar, I feel like him and I are very similar, again, with the sarcasm, and every day he either pounds my window of my office or he just stares at me through my window. Like, he just doesn't say anything. He just stands in the band room and stares at me until I notice him. And if I'm having a bad day, I'll wait more time and then see if he goes away, but he never goes away. He stands there until I stare at him. And I gotta say, on those bad days, it really does help me get out of my head and say, okay, I'm here for the kids, I'm here for them, and like, they're what make my job so worth it. So thank you for always brightening my day and for always sharing some fun sarcasm with me. All right. Skylar has been in Vibrations for 1 year and Purple Harmony for 3 years, and is also a member of our show band, and he's been that for 4 years. His favorite memory is when Gage tackled him playing Giants, Wizards, Elves and broke his body, but don't worry, he still performed. His plan after high school is to take business classes at SCC and then get his instrumental repair license. He also eventually wants to own his own music store. Alrighty, now we're going to move on to Cameron Walty. Cameron spends quite a lot of time in my office when she doesn't have her classes, and I've gotten to know her very well from that. And I gotta say, she is one of the best people to get to know. She's been through a lot, and she is one of the strongest people that I have come to know. And I'm so proud of her for sticking it through things that she knows she wants to be a hard worker at, and just putting that dedication in when it's not easy. And there's a lot more I could say about you, but we're really gonna miss you. I'm really gonna miss you. You add a lot to our program, and thank you for being here. Cameron has been in Vibrations for 2 years. Yeah, you can start walking if you want. Purple Harmony Harmony for 2 years, and her favorite memory is decorating my office for each holiday. They just recently hid 250 eggs in my office, and then 250 eggs in Mr. Knife's office. So now all of those are just sitting in my office now. So if you want some plastic eggs, come over. I got you. And she is planning on going to college and major in anthropology. Our next senior is Ethan Carr. Ethan took a little bit of a time to warm up to me, which is fine because I was new. But all of the other people were very outspoken, and he kind of was just like around his boys hanging out. And I was like, he must be a cool kid because he's hanging out with all these cool people. But then once I got to know him, it just assured that feeling. And he is such a great person to know. He's so kind. He always just randomly comes up to me and says something super sarcastic or super like weird, and then just walks away. I'm like, okay, for sure. But it's just awesome, and he's laughing because he knows it's true. And I've had such a nice time getting to know you, and I'm really gonna miss you next year. He's been in Vibrations 1 year and Purple Harmony 2 years. His favorite memory was also going to Nashville, and his plans after high school are still undecided. I can give you a high five if you want. Our next senior is Jaden Scott. Jaden had trusted me with a secret about a guinea pig that she had before she had told her parents about it. Or I should say before her parents found out about it. And I was like, oh my gosh, I feel like I should email her parents and tell her that she's a guinea pig in her room. And that just describes Jaden and I's relationship, because she just comes into my office and just shares some random thing. She's like, Miss Mraz, I'm having a bad day. And I'm like, okay, why? And then she just goes on this rant. And I love it because it just brightens my day. And again, it's just one more personality that we have in our program that makes all of this group happen. And it just, you guys all up here, I mean, you're just amazing people. You really are. And I know each one of you are going to make a difference. Jaden Scott has been in Vibration 2 years and Purple Harmony 2 years. Her favorite memory was when Ashton Watson set off the smoke alarm with his fog machine and we had to evacuate. I'm glad that was your favorite memory. And she is planning on going to SCC and transfer to University of North Dakota. Our next senior is Jordan Granera. We all obviously know that Jordan is very talented musically. He's definitely the most creative, and I've been through college with a lot of music majors. He's definitely the most creative person, like musically, I've ever met. He can just rip something out on the guitar, or just be like the other day, you were like, look at this, I got an inspiration from Justice. Justice was playing a song, and then he's like, isn't this so cool? And he like matched it up with a bunch of different other things. And I was like, Jordan, that is so cool. You just made it up. I just think that's so cool, and you have an exquisite brain, my man. Aside from that, though, I do want to mention that he is a great person, and he is a great person to be around. Yes, he's talented, but he has so much laughter and so much goofiness, which matches our program really weird. He keeps telling me he's weirder than me, but I don't think that's true.
Oh, yeah.
No, I really don't think it's true, but okay. But he adds so much life to our program. He is just like the center of energy in our program. Sometimes it's really nice. Sometimes I'm like, Jordan, stop talking. But for the most part, it just adds so much, and we're going to really miss that next year. Jordan was in Purple Harmony for 3 years, and his favorite memory, he said for me to say, he had a better memory, but the only one that was school appropriate that he could think of was head ping pong.
Yeah.
And he's planning on attending the University of Iowa. Our next senior is Tabitha Sell. I've had the joy of getting to know Tabitha in concert choir and show choir. And she's just another one of those that just adds to that sass during concert choir. I say something, she's like, Mraz. And I was like, what? I'm just trying to give a direction. But it's awesome. It's awesome. She has such a great energy about her. And especially when she's with her brother, John. I mean, they're like two wild kids. It's great. I'm so glad I got to experience both of you in the same class this year. Tabitha was in concert choir for 4 years, including this year, Vibrations for 2 years, and Purple Harmony for 1 year. Her favorite memory is the Nashville trip my sophomore year. I love to look at all the sights and walk around the hotel. I also love taking pictures of all the interesting statues and sculptures. Her plan is to go to SCC to get her prerequisites done, and then transfer out to get a degree in music, possibly engineering. Next senior is Kyliana Pennington. Kyliana is another one of those students that sits in my office. We were just saying this the other day. I'm like, I feel like Kyliana spends my whole day with me because when she's not in class with me, she's in my office and we're having a chat, or we just sit in silence and both do work, which is also what I love about her, because neither of us need to have a bunch of talking to go and have some fun. We can just sit in my office, get work done, and it's great. She is a very interesting personality in all the good ways. She asks a lot of random questions at random points in the day, but they're all really like philosophical. A lot of them have to do with more questions being brought up, and I think that that just goes to show about your mind. Like, you have such an extraordinary mind, and I think that you're going to be able to make some serious positive change in this world one day after you leave high school. Kyliana has been in Vibrations for 2 years, Purple Harmony for 2 years, concert choir for 1 year, and women's ensemble for 2 years. Her favorite memory is also decorating my office for each holiday of the month, or every holiday each month. And she will be attending Scott Community College in Bettendorf to receive a degree in arts and science and get her ASL certificate to become an interpreter. Our next senior is Madison St. Clair. Madison is in our show band and a lot of other band activities as well, but that's how she's connected to us. And I had heard, like, probably the first week that I was here, Sullivan tried to get Madison to do choir, but she wouldn't do it. And I was like, oh, okay. And I'm so mad you didn't do choir because you have such a wonderful voice, lady. But she's also a great trombonist, so we need you back there as well. I've gotten to know her more the second semester, and she just comes into my office and does the same thing that Skylar does, actually. She just stares at me sometimes through a window until I stare back, but she actually comes in and talks afterwards, where Skylar just walks away. She's a bright, shining sun. I mean, every room that you walk into, I can tell that the demeanor changes, everyone in the room, because you are just so bright, you're so kind, and you share that with everyone, whether you mean it to or not. And I know I'm gonna miss having our awkward conversations through a window and just seeing you every day. Madison St. Clair has been in marching band for 4 years, concert band for 7 years, jazz band for 4 years, and show band for 3 years. Her favorite memory occurred in marching band her sophomore year. They were marching a Queen show and had one backwards march in the beginning. Someone had slipped and fell, creating a huge pile in the field right in front of me. Good times. End quote. She's also planning on going to University of Iowa to study music education to become a music teacher. Our next senior is Michaela McLaughlin. Along with Abby Thompson, she's one of the kindest people I've ever met. She has such a big heart. We would be talking about some random things, and she would always see the brighter side, and I have a hard time doing that sometimes. And so having her around and having her as one of my students was so special to me, because I was able to see those brighter sides, and I was able to see that kindness just radiating off of her. And a lot of people can't do that. So I hope that you always hold that near and dear to your heart, because it's a really special quality, and I'm very thankful to have known you. By the way, when I say that, I'm not meaning I'm never going to talk to you guys again. I'm very thankful that I know you now. She was in Vibrations for 3 years, Purple Harmony for 1 year, concert choir for 1 year, and women's ensemble for 1 year. Her favorite memory is from her freshman year show choir retreat, when everyone in Vibrations had stayed up all night because they thought Purple Harmony were going to prank them. They didn't do anything that night, but then when they went to their team building the next day, they saran wrapped a bunch of things. And she is planning on going to SCC next fall and transferring to Iowa Wesleyan to become a secondary English teacher. Our next senior is Madeline Thornton. Madeline is once again one of those people that sits in my office and I've gotten to know a lot better as my student. And you guys are all so kind. Like, I love you guys so much. I don't think Madeline ever doesn't have a smile on her face, and she laughs at so many things. And again, it's just brightening that day up, and we need so much positivity these days, and I think all these seniors just emulate that so much, and especially Madeline. She always brightens my day up and everyone around her. She has been in Vibrations for 2 years and Purple Harmony for 2 years. Her favorite memory is having an Easter egg war with Mr. Knipe and Miss Miraz. By the way, my team won.
No, you did not.
We did.
Anyway, Madeline is going to SCC for 2 years to study psychology and then transferring to a larger college later on. Our next senior is Nevaeh Poindexter. Woo! I said this during our team building the other day, but it just rings so true. She's unapologetically herself all the time, and that can definitely be seen by her hair colors. Right now, it's a pretty neutral color, but she walked in one day with neon green hair, and I was like, that looks amazing. She's like, doesn't it? And you don't see that enough. Like, young kids, you don't see enough of them being happy to be themselves, and I think Nevaeh is just such a good role model for that, and I hope that you always and constantly are yourself and you never change that about you. She's been in Vibrations for 3 years, Purple Harmony for 1 year, and she has a hard time choosing between all of her memories, but instead she shared, I have too many, I love them all. And she will be spending 2 years at SCC, 2 years at an undetermined college, and then she'll be finishing her last 2 years in Boston to get her degree in art therapy. Our last senior is RJ Hemme. I picture RJ as the glue that holds this whole team together. I feel like he has such good connections with each person, and I think that almost everyone that I have talked to, and I'm sure everyone in the group, admires him for his ability to lead and not upset anyone. He has such an interesting quality where he can lead people and he can truly motivate people to do what needs to be done. But in the end, they respect him more for it. And I think that that's an amazing quality. And I'm not sure what causes that, but I just know that RJ has a really special quality to do that. And we're really going to miss your leadership next year. He's also super, super goofy. And we're definitely going to miss that next year as well. He was in Vibrations for 1 year and Purple Harmony for 3 years. And he also was in Men's Ensemble for 3 years. His favorite memory are the shenanigans in Nashville. And he's majoring in pre-dentistry at University of Iowa. A whole round of applause for all these seniors up here. You guys are amazing. Keep it going. Yeah! And now we're going to finish our concert program by singing Thank You. So please enjoy.
So before we sing thank you, we just wanted to give a special thank you to Miss Miraz from the seniors. Hearing that we were going to get a new director this year was scary for some of us, and this year has definitely been full of a lot of twists and turns. But she has always led by example, and she has taught us how to grow as not only a team, but as individuals. And so we just wanted to get her a little something to wish her good luck on her future years, and to let her know that we're going to miss her. where I am today, Ms. Morales for being here this year, and Rosalind Garcia for always being a woman that we look up to. So I want to thank my family, but especially my mom, and I want to thank Ms. Morales, and I also want to thank Rosalind Garcia.
I would like to thank my family, especially my dad and my brother, all of my friends, everyone here. You guys are amazing. I would like to thank my church family because they have been through a lot with me. I would like to thank Andrea, where she's at. She's like a second mom to me and I love her so much. And I'd like to thank God because God's awesome.
My mom and my grandma, I love you.
I would like to thank my mom, my friends and family, and Miss Miraz.
I would like to thank my friends and family, especially my parents who are here right now. And then I'm going to do a special thank you for Ren, who is here for me through everything. So I just want to say thank you so much, and I love you all.
I want to thank my family and friends, especially especially everyone of you guys who have accepted me even when
Okay, well, first of all, I would like to thank everyone on this stage for, helping me. And I would like to thank my mom and Miss Miraz.
I just want to thank my family and my friends who convinced me to do show choir and stay in show choir. Thank you guys, and all of you.
I want to thank everyone who decided not to quit at the semester. That was cool. 5 years ago at this event, I promised a special someone that they would get a shout out. Sarah Scott, this one's for you. And I didn't forget. And lastly, I want to thank my grandparents and my parents. They come to support me anytime they can, and I love them all so much.
I want to thank my parents and Gavin and Gracie. I guess you guys are okay too. I want to thank my grandma Linda and my grandparents, and I want to thank you all for your support and love. I want to thank my parents. I was thanking my mom for coming to everything, and my dad for coming out and playing with us for competitions this year. And I want to thank my siblings for always making me push through it.
I want to thank my parents so much for coming to every single competition and performance. It means so much to me and my rest of my family. I also want to thank everybody here because you all mean so much to me. And I also want to thank all my directors. So Miss Miraz, thank you so much for everything this year. And Sullivan, I don't know if she's watching, but and McGraw and Mr. Knipe. And I just want to thank everybody who's helped me get where I am now.
I guess this is where I should thank my family. Thank you. I love you guys. I'd like to thank all of the boys for staying with me, all of these super wonderful seniors who I know all the names of, I promise. But most importantly, I would like to thank the sidewalk for keeping me off the streets.
Okay. Well, I'd like to thank my mom and my grandma and all my aunts and uncles and all of my family for putting up with me and helping me in everything I do. I'd like to thank all of these wonderful people for also putting up with me and just giving me a wonderful 4 years of show choir. And I'd just like to thank everyone for coming out tonight and giving us a good last performance.
I just wanted to thank my friends for forcing me to do show choir my sophomore year, and I wanted to thank my parents for always supporting me.
We have a surprise speech from Bertha.
Yeah.
Everyone listen closely, please. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. If you are able to come and help break down, we would really very much appreciate it. Students are expected to be here to break down. Let's give another round of applause for all of our students here at KHS. I actually do have an extra one. That would not make sense.